All right, welcome back to a Scars and Stripes podcast here with a man. What an awesome opportunity to have Derek Loccident with us from Edmond, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
is where I think you were born and raised.
No, well, Oklahoma City. Went to high school in Moore. Born in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and moved to Oklahoma when I was 8.
8.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're an Oklahoman.
I'm an Oklahoman. Yeah. When I go back home to Florida, your Southern accent's kicking in, brother. You're Oklahoma.
That's awesome.
No, I claim Oklahoma, man. It's my home. This is, my folks are here, friends. My loved ones. This is what I claim whenever I represent on a big stage.
That's awesome. Well, yeah. I think it's important for like right out the gate because I don't know how many people have followed your story. Mm-hmm. But it's pretty impactful story. We call this podcast the Scars and Stripes.
Yeah.
And we all have scars. And with the stripes we can be healed, But
exactly.
Man, yours not only mental but physical in a big way. So just take us up through
give you a little rundown.
The path of, elite athleticism.
Yeah.
Going up to college and then some things happen.
So I went to high school at Westmore for all 4 years. Originally just played football, ran track for 2 years just for conditioning for football, honestly, because that's one of the suggestions that one of my coaches told me. It was, be good to get into track, get some technique wise, mechanically for running, but just whip into shape in the springtime for football. So I did that for 2 years, played football, got my first offer. I think UCO was my first offer my junior year, and then that's when offers started coming in around my junior year. I had some good film, and made the commitment to go to UCO once the season was over my senior year, and then went out and redshirted my first year at UCO.
Now, what position were you?
I was playing cornerback at coming out of high school.
Okay.
So that was my main position, receiver, but they recruited me to be a cornerback and transitioned to safety my redshirt freshman year. So that second year I was at UCO, my position coach decided, it would be best for me to go to safety because, just my size and kind of needed that on the back end of the defense at the time. So I made the commitment. I was like, yeah, whatever the team needs, that's what I'm willing to do. And over the spring off season, that spring ball, I was just mainly just trying to download and get reps in and get comfortable in.
Well, for those that don't know, that you're the quarterback. That's a big step up. You've got to know what everyone's doing, where they're supposed to be.
Exactly.
So it's a big deal. You got to be able to read defenses.
The eye in the sky, like you're just kind of just making sure everybody's good, and you get a whole visual of the offense and how they're lining up and where the offense is heavily positioned. Trips, heavy sets and stuff like that. So, and that's also why I liked kind of being back there is because you have all that space to work with, and be able to make plays, come down, make the tackle if the first and second level doesn't make the play, or be able to go over top and help out corners on those go and posts. So it was definitely fun being able to transition from cornerback, because cornerback you're on an island, bro. You're just solo. You're pretty much just trying to win your ones.
I had somebody say that he's a DB coach, and he's like, you have to be so confident that it makes other people feel uncomfortable.
Brother, yes. And that's something
you're talking trash the whole time,
or you're getting trash talked by the opponent's sideline.
Right. That's right. Yeah. One day of the game, you're going to be by that opponent.
Man. Once you get to that sideline, and the thing about the defense, our defense ran is the cornerbacks don't swap. Normally, you'll have your one cornerback and your two, and your one will always follow the best receiver,
the strong receiver. Yeah,
we stayed on that side, man. So if you were on that side on the opponent's sideline, you're that whole quarter for whole half.
Gosh, yeah.
You're there, baby. You're just rocking out, just kind of. You give up a play, you're gonna hear Mouse running. The next few plays, but it's definitely a confidence builder for sure. You have to have thick skin to be able to play cornerback. But I enjoyed playing cornerback, but was also glad to be able to transition into being a safety, strong safety as well. And I enjoyed my time playing ball at UCO, and I transitioned to outside linebacker after my accident. Yeah.
All right, well, tell us about the accident. 'Cause that's crazy that you came down into the box.
Down into the box, yes. Yeah. So
That's interesting. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So my accident, I was involved in a train accident in September 8th or 9th of 2018. I think I got that date right. Yeah.
So this is after your redshirt year?
This is after my redshirt year.
Okay.
I played 2 games. Played Pitt State. We traveled to Kansas, played Pitt State, and then had a home game against Nebraska Kearney. Triple option offense. Absolutely abysmal, man, playing against that team. But after that game, I went out with some friends and then end up losing track of my friends as the night winded down. And at the time, didn't have a phone. End up breaking my phone at Pitt State.
Oh, you're not in Edmond. At this point, you're in Pitt State.
No. We're back in Edmond after the home game against Nebraska Kearney.
Uh-huh.
And I've gone 2 weeks without a phone. Being a college athlete, like, money's tight, man. You're paying rent, you're paying for school, books, all the extra stuff, man. So when I broke my phone, I was really trying to get in contact of, from family members, seeing if they had an extra phone. But in the meantime, like, I was waking up to my laptop alarm clock for classes and stuff. So that whole week I went without a phone and ended up going out with some friends. So as the night was kind of going on, I went to the restroom, and when I came out, this is right as the time as the nightclub was closing down, and the lights are on, and I'm pretty much on the back half of the crowd that's exiting. So I walk out and I'm looking around trying to find my friends the group that I came with. Couldn't find anybody. End up walking up the road, and then end up coming across the train where it was stopped at. It's the main road. I forgot the road was called, but it was the road. And then I could hear the cars like driving along the highway. And I tried to basically, as the car goes on the train, I tried to go in between the cargoes and to get to a gas station.
Was the train moving slow?
No. It was stopped completely.
Stopped. Okay.
When I got in between the train, the cargoes, it started. That's when it started. Yeah. Insane, man. And then as it started, I tried to hop from in between it, end up tripping on the rails and end up hitting my head on the gravel. Like, I think it felt like backwards, but it was kind of blurry and whatnot at the time, but end up hitting my head on the gravel and knocking myself out for probably, I want to say, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, man. Like, it was kind of a rough hit, and then end up waking up, like coming back to conscious, and the train was like long gone, and I'm like laying on my back, looking up at the sky, and remember seeing like the moon and a few clouds, and it was like, the heck, what am I doing on the ground? Like, I was just trying to, get it from in between the cargoes. What didn't need to be there, or but it happened. End up trying to get up, and I feel a little tingling sensation on the bottom of my leg. End up lifting my left leg, and my foot's gone clean off. Foot's clean off. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. This is every time I tell the story, everybody has the same reaction you have. So go ahead. Yeah.
How did you not bleed out?
I know. Yeah. I have no idea. I felt woozy at the time for sure. Like, I felt woozy. I was trying to get up and then end up lifting my leg, and the foot was clean off, and I laid my head back down. And at the time, like, I was preparing to like bleed out. Like, I wanted to lay there and die. And yeah, man, because at the time, like, a bunch of thoughts started to roll through my head. Like, what I was just playing in a ball game. I was literally just playing in a ball game. I just saw my mom had, coach talk to us after a loss, was with my boys, and then now
they didn't know where you were at.
No.
You didn't have a phone.
Didn't have a phone. No one knew where I was at. I mean, yeah. So, and then after a while, like, I just end up getting this rush of energy to be able to get back up at least and hop back to the main road that I came from. Was screaming at the top of my lungs, like screaming. Like, this is the most scared I've ever been. Just screaming help. 2-3 cars passed by screaming, hey, help. No one stopped. So I end up hopping to a stoplight. And at this time, like, now I'm about to go back unconscious,
Sure.
losing a lot of blood. And then I laid my back up against the light post, was just dozing out, and then headlights pop up in front of me, and it's a woman. She ended up calling 911 and helping me out, and they rushed me. Ambulance shows up and end up rushing me to the hospital. They end up finding my foot, I think a day or 2 days after when I got to the hospital.
Oh my word.
Yeah, and I woke up. I got injected and went back unconscious in the ambulance, and then woke up in the hospital. First people I see is my mom and my aunt right there next to me in the hospital bed as they're like cutting my jeans and shirt off of me, and I'm laying there.
I'm guessing you're in and out of consciousness at this point.
Yeah, it's just
like a dream almost.
Yes, because it's like I have moments where I like was awake and was aware, and then was out, and that happened for like at least a week. Because I remember when people would come in and visit me in the hospital, like I remember, seeing my coaches and the teammates, and then I would be out again, and then I would wake up, and then family members would come up, and then
they weren't sedating you either, right? It was just something that you were naturally going through.
They were
sedating you.
Okay. Heavily, yeah, heavy. And yeah, man, seeing my aunt, my mom, and then the first words that I said to my mom was like, I'm sorry. And I was trying to get up out of the bed as they were cutting me, and they were trying to hold me down. And I think that's why they also sedated me and not allow me to go.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
I was like,
you were fighting it.
I was fighting. Yeah. I was fighting, kind of in that moment where I was like, this isn't real. Like, this is not happening. But it was a lot of moments of me wanting to give up and like be done with life in general. In the hospital, I had a lot of support, and that was one thing that I also loved and appreciate. Just people that supported me at that time. Just tons of support outside of the team. I think a lot of people from the university were there for supporting me, sending me letters and gifts along that time, but also just in the city as well, like people that I didn't even know were sending their blessings and their regards, and hoping that I was getting well, and came by to visit, like people I had no clue, but heard about my story, heard about what happened,
and they'd come by to see you.
Come back to see me.
How was so this is 2018.
2018, yes.
What was your faith before and after? Like,
wishy-washy, man. I'm gonna be honest, wishy-washy. It was
like, did you believe? What did you believe? Or
I had a sense of belief,
but
when I was in college, man, those first 2 years, I was not focused. I didn't have my mind set on the right things. I was, a lot of partying, drinking on the side, like when I could. Yeah, I practiced and went to practice, but I went to practice, not in the right mindset, like trying to get through, not trying to get better, trying to get through. Yeah, we're making plays here and there, but what's the point? What's the point of being able to get here if we're not going to maximize the opportunity?
So was football more of like a license to go, like, I was a dude at the party?
Exactly.
Like, I was an athlete.
It wasn't at first. Like when I was transitioning out of high school, like I worked hard that whole summer, spring. I was in the weight room a lot to get to college, and then saw what college life was like, and then I was like, man, oh man, but yeah, that was my mindset back then. Was just like,
so lukewarm would be being polite about it.
Yes, it's being very polite. But yeah, man, my faith was wishy-washy, man. I would go to church every now and then. I would have streaks where I would get into the Bible and then go on a street where I wouldn't, kind of just all over the place, not knowing like who I was or who God was and what He was in my life. My mom tried to keep us, was heavy in church every Sunday when I was at home, at least trying to, that's the least she could have done, like, was at least get us to church every Sunday. and try to hope that we have some type of experience, our own experience and connection with the Lord.
Right.
And so
your individual
and that's all
connection.
a parent can do. You know, you can't, you know, even the pastor himself.
That's
right. Tell you the word and hope, you know, that carries on throughout the week and hope you show up next Sunday.
That's right.
You know, but at the end of the day, it's the individual that has to be able to take that extra stretch. And that's the type of person I was, you know, even in football, like I wasn't willing to take that extra step to be able to become better, a better person, a better leader, better student.
That accountability part of it.
Exactly. And so that's kind of where I was before the accident. And so after when I was in the hospital, I started questioning a lot.
I'm going to ask you something real quick.
Go
because
ahead.
I like in my mind's eye, I'm trying to figure out how you had the strength, because you didn't go just a short distance. It sounded like you went a fair amount of distance from the train track.
Yes.
On a single foot that you're not used to. It's literally a stub at this point that you probably don't even want to touch on the ground. It's so painful.
Yeah.
Did you feel a presence to help carry you?
Exactly what it was, man. Now that like after a few years of, you know, that when that happened, like I was like, that was only God. Because a second ago I told you before when I saw my foot was gone, I laid back and I was like, I just want to die.
You had resigned to the fact that, you know what, I'm done.
This is it, man.
I'm done.
This is it. There's no way I could show my face to my coach, my mom.
The embarrassment that you felt or whatever responsibility.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I didn't want to own up to that.
The weight of that.
It's like, man, let's just be out of here, man. Like, it's just, I was scared. I was literally scared, man. I was scared to death of what people would think about me and like what had happened and what like my life, like what it would look like, you know? I was questioning a lot, and I was like, man, let me just be done, let me be out of here. And then boom, I was like, got this rush of energy. I'm like, no.
I can't imagine it real quick, but I can't imagine the enemy, how hard he was working on you at that point in time. Oh, yeah, Derek, you're like, I can't believe you did it. You did this yourself. You know, you might as well just end it. Like that's real and that's powerful. And that's what a lot of people feel. And they hear that because there's that competing spiritual realm that, you know, the Bible says that he doesn't lurk around to who he might mess with.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to steal, kill, and destroy you,
Yeah.
whom I may devour.
Right.
You know, and so at that moment in time, that may part of that devour, you were real open to that.
Yeah, for sure, man. At the time, like I didn't think much about the enemy or anything like that, but like even like throughout after like my release from the hospital, like I didn't think much about the accident itself. Knew what happened, but I didn't want to think about it. It was just like this question, like what is life now? Like where I go now? I was in the hospital for 2 months, caught an infection in my leg and caused me to lose 3 inches more on my limb. So it caused me to stay in the hospital an extra month. And I had a total of 8 surgeries while I was in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow. Is that OU, I guess?
At OU Medical.
Yeah.
And then had the procedure done by Dr. Ertl. The procedure is called a Ertl procedure. His great-great-grandfather was the creator of the procedure. And lucky enough, I had one of the best doctors, not knowing he was, you know, one of the best surgeons on amputees. It was just kind of at the time, at like a month and a half, I was just ready to be out of the hospital. Being in the hospital for a month is, you know, draining. 2 months,
100%,
dude. I'm
your
like,
back starts
I'm going
hurting.
crazy.
Everything starts hurting.
I'm like, man, I don't like what I'm losing, like all types of, you know, weight, like muscle mass. Like I'm just this, you know,
wasting away,
man. Like, yeah. And so, yeah, man, those 2 months was tough in the hospital, but I had a great support cast, my mom, family. Go
back to that burst of energy, though. I cut you off because at the train, man. I'm always interested in this stuff because you know I read all over the Bible where, you know, like an angel appears to Joshua and Joshua's saying, "Who are you, for us or against this?" He goes, "I'm the Lord of the host army." You know, like Jesus, basically in the Old Testament. He says, "I'm here for, you know, to take care of business," and so that somebody lifted you up,
right? Yeah. Yeah, when I laid my head back down, like I tried to shut my eyes, and something like wouldn't let me shut my eyes, you know? Like I was shutting my eyes, and then I don't know if it was just the light from the moon, like was just like causing me not to close them. Like it was just like the light, it felt like it was just getting brighter for some reason as I was just laying there. Like I remember seeing like it was yesterday, bro. Like when I first realized, like when I woke up from the coma, I was like, where am I at? And then first thing I saw was the moon, blew off to the left, and then a few clouds, saw a few stars. And then I tried to get up, lift my leg up. I was like, oh, what's gone? Like what's going on? And that's when I was like, let me go back and like, I just want to be done. And I was just shutting my eyes, and I just couldn't shut my eyes. And I just realized, I was like, no, this can't be it, man. Like you got to get up. Like something just like, well, you got to get up and go try to find help. And I was fighting it. I was fighting against it, and then I was like, no, let me just get up. So I just hopped up, I don't know how I hopped up, because it felt like it was quick too. Like I hopped up and then immediately hopped to the road. Like it was kind of up a hill to the main road. And I just hopped up to the road, was on the sidewalk just screaming. And then no one stopped. Lucky enough, I was able to get to the light post, and then started going back unconscious, and I just laid back against the light post, just going. And I went back unconscious, and then headlights popped up in front of me, and then I can't.
You ever met her again, or I guess you haven't?
No, my mom after I got released from the hospital, she stayed in contact, but she didn't want anything. I think she was just happy to help me at the time, but she didn't want nothing to do, because after a year, like I was doing news interviews, and some of the news reporters wanted to interview her, but she didn't want no parts of it. She didn't want to, any interview or anything, but I'm forever grateful that she was there for me,
Sure.
that she stopped. She could have easily thought I was a homeless guy, or someone that was just drunk or anything like.
What a powerful message is to say. Sometimes you think you know what you know, and you just need to take a second glance, second look. I mean, like people, even if it is homeless, whatever,
right?
Is it something you can do?
Yeah,
and that's what we are as humans.
Too, it was like I don't know how she would have known, but yeah, I hear that phone call on the I did a news interview, and then they replayed that phone call, and just hearing that phone call
of the 911
call, and I can hear my voice in the background saying, it's okay, calm down, as she's like on the phone with the operator.
Do you remember saying that?
No. It's crazy part. There's a lot of stuff I kind of don't remember, but have an idea, like, but yes, yeah, I don't remember saying like that, but like I was going unconscious, so I was just saying stuff, I think. But
how long is it? How was it after? Like, okay, you've reliving it in dreams, or like, did you deal with that?
It was tough at first. I was, I didn't want to accept it. I was scared to accept it, man. Scared, and because I didn't know like what my life would turn out to be. Like I didn't really have an identity before this. Now it's like I'm completely lost. Like completely.
But you thought athletics is over. That's out of the question.
Immediately, yeah, immediately. Like man, that's been majority of my life. Like little league football, junior high.
That's all you think about.
I did band in junior high, but that was like, extra credits and stuff. And, football in high school, that's all I think about, yeah. And then the time that I was loose-ended and didn't show enough passionate in the game, and like, that's when, tragedy happens. And so I was questioning a lot, man, about myself and who I was. And yeah, it was tough, man. A tough time that next 2 years. But
oh wait, it's 2 years. So so now transition, because athletics wasn't over by a long shot.
No. It wasn't 2 years, but it was tough on me for the next 2 years, just myself, because after I got released from the hospital, I did home rehab and then got my first prosthetic the beginning of 2019 and started walking in 2019, and then was having to go back into classes, and that's when I was like, man, it's tough to even just show my face, man. Like
now this is just a walking prosthetic, the first
walking
one, correct?
basic walking prosthetic.
At this point, are you even still considering that you could be an athlete?
Not till in the summer of 2019.
So 2018 is accident. In September, you go
get back enrolled in classes that spring.
Okay.
I start working out with the team a little bit. I started doing my own thing. Just being united with the team was like a boost. Like, it was helpful.
And they were supporting that. They said, "Hey, we got a roster spot," or
no. So I was just around the team, just being around the team, just
for mental health,
mentally, because I didn't even want to go back to like classes, man. It was tough, and then so I was just at least got back around the team, and then one of my teammates I saw on Snapchat, he was always at the field at night, and I was like, man, and that's when I was afraid of, like, working out in front of people or like doing stuff in front of people. So I was like, let me hit him up. Jeremiah Hill, I remember my boy. He was a linebacker for us, and he was working out. And then one of those nights, man, in July, I think, I was like, man, let me come to the field with you, man. He's like, yeah, bro, come up anytime. And I showed up, and then I did just one sprint. And then one of my other teammates that was there at the time, he was like, I don't look too bad, D-Lock. That looks pretty good. Like, dang, where'd that come from? I was like, I don't know. And then
that's the first sprint you've ever tried?
First anything.
Since
the accident, yes. And then he had cones set up for his drills, and I was like, let me try these cone drills, and started cutting a little bit on a basic walking prosthetic. Like,
nothing fancy about it.
Nothing fancy, just basic. And then I was like, started doing some drills, and I was like, this isn't too bad. And so I was like, okay, we might be on to something. And I got with one of my other buddies. He was working, doing an internship at a gym, local gym, and he invited me to hop on a treadmill, do some sprints on it, do some drills, help me out through some stuff, and that kind of started boosting my confidence a little bit. I was like, man, I'm actually moving. So I was like, okay, let's try to make this a thing, man. And then so I told my coach, I was thinking about coming back, and he was like, look, D-Lock, I support you, man. Like, you're good, man. Like, your scholarship's all good. You can finish school. Like, you don't have to, like, fully, be around or, be here. I was like, no, coach, I want to be here. I want to be back with the boys. I want to work towards, what we got going on here. And so that fall, I was back on the field.
The spirit was coming back.
It was coming back, man. And that's all I thought about. That's all I did. It was either class and then getting better for ball. Like, it literally, like, in that, I had to, get back into class and get my grades right, because at that time, like, my grades were slipping fast. And so that was the only way I was going to get back on the field if my GPA was right. So,
and that's spring 2019.
Spring 2019 into the summer, and then got back onto the field in 2019 for fall, but just for practice squad.
Okay.
So I was just a practice squad guru.
But now you at least have a performance prosthetic at this point?
No, not until the following year. So I'm pretty much on my walking prosthesis like the entire time. It's just basically padded up heavily. It's got a little bit more weight to it, but I was able to make it work. Like, it was out there moving.
And what position were you even on the practice squad? Still safety.
Still
okay.
Safety, yeah.
What was your, I'd say, what was your 40? What'd you feel like?
I don't think I timed anything until until 21, spring of 21.
Okay.
Because
it hit COVID and
exactly.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be my comeback year.
Yeah.
God. That's when I felt the best too. Cause I on 2020, that spring, I was like, that's when I power cleaned 300. I was like, my
you power clean 300.
Yes, there's a video. Yeah, I have a video. I mean, I posted it and everything, but yeah, I power clean 300 back in the 300 club. So my freshman year, I was a freshman in the 300 club, like the only freshman in 300 club. So it was insane, and be able to get back into it after my accident was like a huge accomplishment for me. Like just being able to do that, and that was one of my goals. I was like, at least I want to be able to be strong in the weight room, get myself built up, and then with that, like I'll have confidence to be able to do what I want on the field, because on the field, like I never want to be in a position where I'm hesitant, because that's like something that brings up injuries. Like you get hurt like that, moving hesitant, especially in football, like that, and let alone with a prosthetic, man. Like you cannot be hesitant. You got to be on go at all times. So, and
you got to be able to trigger like even faster,
ready for anything and everything, like literally. So blindside blocks, cuts.
Nobody took it easy on you.
No. And I didn't want it to be that way. That's why I kind of like I painted my padding over my prosthesis. It was black tape.
Okay.
Just so people wouldn't notice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think there's people that didn't know?
In the
Some
game,
opponents?
yes. So we, in games, like I remember we played Nebraska Kearney, again, triple option. Once they get triple option, get along the edge, they cut outside linebackers.
Yeah. Oh, they do. Okay.
They do.
Okay, so now you've moved down.
This is when I moved down. Yeah. And so this is in 21, and in the fall we start the season, and I'm basically more of a special team guy. But towards the end of the year, I end up one of our linebackers gets hurt. I was a second string, and then when one of our guys gets hurt during our senior game, and I end up being able to start that game. This is the second to last game, and I'm making a name for myself. Like literally,
wow.
Like, I think I have like 9 tackles that game. Yeah, jumping over cut blockers. Like the first cut that I got, it was along the field side. Quarterback goes out for the option. Near back goes outside the tackle and tries to cut me, near guy, and I end up literally hurdling him as he's cutting, and don't lose any momentum, and I end up staying on the hip of the quarterback, end up making him pitch it early, and then the running back ends up fumbling it out of balance, and I was like, oh yeah, we're in here now.
We're on now.
We're about to get rolling now. This is gonna be all game. So, but that was a great game for me to be able to play in, even be able. I think what I give myself a lot of credit for is staying in it, even though I wasn't playing. I think there was a lot of trust issues with my defensive coordinator at the time of playing me. So, and there was a lot of back and forth between me and him. He was a new DC, and I didn't take kind to him as much, but was willing to put that to the side for the better of my career and the team, and being able to be open to whatever they need me for. So special teams is what they need me for, and that's what I'm gonna give my full effort towards. And so special team, kickoff, kick return, punt, the whole thing. So
to come in and get 8 tackles.
I know, right?
Were they assisted, or like did you have any solos?
A few was assisted. I'd probably say 3 or 4 solos. But
I mean, were you playing better than the one ahead of you? We can't say that.
Like after that, my first 2 tackles, like I feel like I was on top of the world,
King Kong, man.
And at the time, like I got my first my new prosthetic that was more. Like, it was more of a hybrid prosthetic, so it's able to do a lot more than the basic walking prosthetic. So I got that in time for the season. Yeah. So I was feeling great, man. Like even towards the end of the season, like when I wasn't playing, like I lost a little bit of weight, but in that game, man, like you couldn't tell me nothing. Like I was taking on blocks, covering guys. Like it was, just what I trained for.
Yeah.
But what I built up for, I was able to make happen in the senior game too. So it was awesome to be able to do that. And I think the last game, the guy that was at the one, he came back, and I didn't really play much that last game, only special teams, but to be able to get that game in, dude, was awesome. And after that, 22 comes around, and then pretty much I'm finishing up school. My degree was in law enforcement.
Oh, really?
In criminal justice, yeah.
Okay.
And was finishing that up. I lost passion in that field after my accident, but I was like, man, I already started this. We got to finish it. So finished that, and then I got a call from the coach from in San Diego that coaches at the program, the Paralympic program. And he called me and found out about me and told me about para, and basically gave me the whole rundown and everything I needed to do. And then told me like there may be an opportunity at the end of the year.
Had you not ever looked at that? Or thought about it?
So yes, I did, but I was just like, I need to get back to ball, man. Once I got told that about para once I got back around the team, beginning of 2019. Started working out.
But I could see where your head was. You're like, I want to prove I can do this.
Exactly.
Still,
not to anybody, but to myself.
To myself,
Yeah.
and the toughness that it requires to play the game of football is going to extend into whatever you do.
You get hit right on the head, bro. It set the foundation. Like to be able to go through what I went through. Now thinking about it, like going through what I went through, the hard workouts, and not wanting anything taken off, like,
Don't take it easy on me.
The whole experience, like,
make it tougher on me.
And once people found out, like, he can withstand it, like, oh yeah, we're just. Teammates were like, man, I'm not gonna let this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what do I have to complain about?
But they, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was one of those hard workers. I started building that identity. Like, being able to, show up and put in the work, and being able to. Put myself in good position to be able to do what I want to do and accomplish what I want to accomplish. But yeah, I think that going back to football set the foundation for me. And the reason why I'm able to do what I'm doing now
exactly
is huge, man. It's so that Coach Cruz, Joaquin Cruz, he's one of the greatest 800 meter runners from Brazil. He contacted me and told me about para, and he told me about the opportunity of being able to come out to San Diego and join their development program.
And this is 22.
This is
summer 22.
Yeah, basically, beginning of 2022. So the springtime is when I got that call from him.
Yeah,
went to my not first meet, but a track meet during the summer, and was really just focused on finishing up school, and then end up getting the email of the invitation that fall in November as I'm about to graduate. So I graduated and had a few weeks to pack up, and then beginning of 23, got to San Diego and started training. 6 months later, make my first World Teams.
Wow.
Yes.
And so did you have support at this point? Like, is there a support level? So very little for that?
Much you get. I mean, at that point, like I was like,
because you have to have a different prosthetic, right?
Yes. So I basically had a blade that was donated to me from a foundation, Limbs for Life.
Okay.
They donated my first prosthetic to me. It was a fill hour split toe, basic sprint blade, but was able to get me through like runs. I mean, I was able to jump 24 feet with it in long jump. Ran decent times in 100, but.
How does it work? Because I was looking at some of your photos.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long
device. I have a total of 3 blades that I use for 3 different events.
Okay.
The sprint blades and my high jump blades are J-shaped, so they're the shape of a J. And they're products from Oser, and they named their blades after cheetahs. So the sprint blade is a cheetah extreme. So it's a J shape. It basically is just carbon fiber and is able to absorb and return energy that I put down into it. And so as much force as I put down to it, that's how much energy I'm going to kinetic energy, So and then the long jump blade is a C shape. It's a bigger set blade for a bigger energy return. And so it's called Cheetah Expanse. The bigger set blade strictly for long jump. So those blades I end up getting a signing to OSER the end of 23 after World Championships. So I won silver medal in long jump that summer in Paris at World Championships.
That's 24?
This is 23.
Oh, 23, okay.
Going into 24.
Yeah.
And then end up signing to OSER, the prosthetic company that makes these.
So now you're getting a little bit of help.
Now I'm being able to get the devices that I need to be able to perform at my fullest. So now have them delivered to me for free, no cost, bro. Yeah. So I was like, but beginning of 23, I was like, I got to make a team to be able to get the support that I need. So once I made that team, I got financial support, insurance coverage.
Okay.
And then all that, like, it was just like,
that's good
stuff I don't need to worry about anymore. And so that was huge, man. But that was like my main goal. It's like, and what my coach told me when I first got there is like, you make this team, like there's a lot lifted off your shoulders if you make this team. And so that was the main goal. And I turned out to be a lot better now than I expected to be, man. Like being able to compete at a high level like that, it's huge, man. And then into 24, there was a World Championships before the games. And so I made that team, won 3 medals, bronze in the 100, my first silver in high jump, and a silver in long jump. Long jump was turning out to be my bread and butter. That it is my bread and butter.
It seems like, is that pretty? Do you see a lot of that? A lot of athletes will go from sprint to then long jump to high jump.
I was actually the first athlete at the Paralympic Games to compete in all 4. So all 3. So I competed in a sprint, a running event, a jumping event, and a throws event.
Yeah, javelin, right?
Javelin, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that just to say I can do it? Like,
it's one of those like, man, like I have the capability of doing it, so why not give it a try? Still working on it, it's still.
Just to train the mind to be able to go to each of those events. That's another level of.
It's another level,
competitiveness.
For sure. And lucky enough, I get to compete. I get to train with multis heptathlete.
So do you get an individual trainer for each event?
No, just one coach, because my coach coaches these multis heptathletes. They're in our training group, so I'm able to see. At first, I was looking at them and watched them throw javelin after our practice session. I was like, I want to give that a try. Let me give that a try, and it turned out to be good at it a little bit. And then high jump, I was like, Coach, I don't know, you want to give high jump? Like, well, I don't see why not. And then started high jumping, and turned out, he can get over the bar. Look at him. Like, look back at the video, I'm like, I can't look. It looks ugly, look a little funky, but yeah, I think this might be something we can give a go. And that was a year of the games that I started training in, and I was like, man, and ended up qualifying for it, and then ended up
you medaled
first medal.
Oh, let me see it.
I brought these out. I figured you would want to give these a look, man. So at the bottom, they have ingrained the event that I won the medal in. So.
Oh wow, this is.
It got a little weight to it,
man.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, man. And they said the middle part is part of the Eiffel Tower. After when they reconstructed the Eiffel Tower, they took off some of the old pieces and put it in the middles.
That is phenomenal, bro. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, and so you medaled in 3 different.
At the games, this was I think this is for high jump. Yeah, this is for long jump, and then this other one's for high jump. And I think I got 8th in the 100 meters and 6th in javelin. But for my first games, only being a year and a half in training for track, like.
Did you have one of those, like, I'm thinking about that moment when you heard your buddy was out training on the field, and you're like, can I come train with you? And then all of a sudden, like, someone's like, D-Lock, you actually ran a pretty good time. Like, you're like, I didn't know I could do that.
Yeah, it was one of
those. It's like a surreal, like, moment of.
Yeah. It's just, I always think there's more to me. Like, there's more I can do, more to, that I could train for and put into the game. I could be better in certain events. I don't like giving myself too much credit. for some reason. Yeah.
No, it's probably
I'm my own worst critic, man. Like it's just like when everybody's like, it's like, dude, you actually like it. I'm like, I hate showing my medals, but like I know it's something that's a part of me.
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing, a huge blessing. I kind of try to have to get outside of my head a lot of times with that.
Well, I think it's going back to that spiritual warfare. The enemy wants you to think, oh yeah, look what you did, Derek.
Yeah,
you're the man.
Right. Yeah. I try not to get too high. I try not to get too high. I remember this one of the things that my coaches, Coach Bobek, head coach at the at
UCL.
Yeah. He said,
he's awesome. I've met him one time, a couple times actually.
He's a leader of men.
Yes,
absolutely. He's I took him for granted before my accident. Like the whole coaching staff, man. Like I took them for granted, and them as men and what they were truly there to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're your coaches, but these are
they were thinking about life after football as a man.
Like So some of the stuff they used to say, man, like. It didn't resonate to me until after my accident, until I got back into ball and was like, man, this is a lot of stuff. I mean, and that's kind of how it works, sadly. Like the older you get in college, like you get to junior, senior, things that coach said to you tends to resonate more unless, until sophomores and freshmen don't really pay no mind and, until you get to those years.
Mm-hmm.
But he used to always say, like, you don't ever want to get too high, never want to get too low. You just want to be even. You got to be ready. You got to be ready for, adjustments because things will happen. Things will unexpectedly happen. So
what do you think? Like, I'm so excited, but at the highest platforms, I've never seen this so much. Like the MVP running back, I'm blanking on his name right now for the Seahawks.
Walker
the third,
yeah.
Super humble guy. Just, I mean, I can you imagine that guy coming at you as a linebacker?
You see him play, and you're like, dude, he has like a crazy personality. Just the way he's running.
You would think so, right?
The way he runs is like
he wants to end you.
Exactly. Every time, like in his size, he looks like he could just run through anybody for sure. Yeah, but you hear him on the mic, and it's like.
What?
Who is this? This guy looks like you'd be the nicest person, a best buddy of mine.
Is he a history teacher or is he NFL MVP of the Super Bowl? Yeah, and the first thing he does is gives credit to God.
Yeah,
don't give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. I'm seeing this over and over. Do you feel that at all? Like,
oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. I say it in most of my interviews, man. Like, he deserves all the glory. Like, I'm not in the position I'm in without him. Like, I'm not doing what I'm doing without him at all. And there's, throughout the journey, like my journey in there, like there's times where I question God a lot and, tend to go, back and forth. But that's when I start to get back into the Word and try to understand it more. And that's what helped me, man. Like being in the Word and prayer is has been my weapon. For me, dude, like, cause it's like
the strongest weapon we have.
Exactly. So like spiritually, like it's been huge, and having, a mother that's, God fearing and being her, like hearing her and being able to take, lessons from her and learn from her. She's been a great leader for me and my sister, and being able to, apply that to my life and what she's been through. Her story is amazing as well, but yeah, she's been a great leader for me. And I'm grateful, to be able to have her as a mother and God blessing me with her.
Mm-hmm.
All that we've been through, like being able to, have her by my side and this walk of life. He's blessed us amazingly and me tremendously, man, and everything that I've done. So it's huge to be able to, be in position to be able to say like, no, it's not me, man. Like, as as much as y'all want to give me credit, like it's him at the end of the day, and at the end of the day, like it's kind of crazy to say, like at the end of the day, what I'm doing is honestly meaningless at a certain point. Like it's like cool, like I won a medal, like it's a few medals, but it's meaningless. It's self-encouraging, rewarding, I guess you could say. But at the end of the day, like he's the one that I'm trying to get closer to. That's the main goal. That's the main goal of like me in this walk of life. And I think I've learned a lot of that with some of the stuff that I've gone through in my life. Some of the training that I've gone through, it's like kind of made me notice like a lot of that stuff in me and what I'm trying to do. So I'm glad that I'm able to think like that sometimes throughout my I guess moments where I'm going through some stuff.
Well, let's face it, your biggest challenger is between your ears.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when you're down and you're not feeling well and you don't want to go train and you don't want to do like, or you're having a bad training, or,
there you go.
I mean, no one's your worst. I mean, the worst enemy is right between your ears.
Right. Yeah.
And so what are you allowing to talk to you? You know, that's the other thing, right?
Exactly. And I think that's also why I've kind of, I'm grateful like that I've taken a step back from like the crowd, wanted to go out as much, you know. I don't even go out at all. Like it's just, I literally like, it's crazy. A majority of my life is just now it's like me at home and then me training. Just the two.
Yeah.
That's it, honestly. Like I do stuff here and there, but with some friends, but that's about it. Like I don't really
Isn't
do
that
much.
strange how the closer you get you're with your walk,
Yeah.
the less the world's attracted.
Right. Okay, yes.
It's
You
almost
just put it in
like-
a perfect term, yeah.
It's almost like, God, you guys want to go where?
Yeah.
Man,
it just doesn't seem, yeah, I just,
I don't even want to go there anymore.
right.
Like things that used to attract your
It
ears
used to
and
be like, man, yeah, you used to jump. at
oh
the
man, you
opportunity.
couldn't wait.
Couldn't
Like,
wait.
The whole
Like,
training
man,
thing was just to get so you can go to the
I couldn't wait for the weekend.
yeah.
Couldn't wait to get some drinks in, like, you know, with the boys and like just black out. Like, you know, so but I'm also like glad that I've been able to learn from those moments, those moments where I'm like, yeah, dude, what was I thinking? What was I doing? But it's good that I've gone through that and being able to learn from it now is huge.
So what is it like to represent the United States of America on such a world stage like that?
It's awesome, man. It is great because this is like one of the best countries in the world. I'm glad that I have the opportunity to. It is huge and a blessing to be able to represent the United States. But it's more of who I'm representing, like my folks. For me, like that's the stuff that I wear on my sleeves, like my family, my folks here in Oklahoma. Like yeah. I feel like it's me representing, you know, my name, my last name, and my folks here in Oklahoma. Like, but you know, being able to represent the United States it's a great feeling, man. It's awesome, especially when you're going against other countries. Like it's at the, you know, biggest stage. Like it's amazing, and it's an adrenaline rush, and it's very, very cool to be able to, you know, be in positions and experience those moments at a high stage like that, and being able to work towards that and being able to see intuition. Like it's awesome.
What's it like to be around the other competitors from different? Are you guys friendly? Do you guys talk?
In the para world, it's very friendly. I would say, yeah, it's somewhat friendly. I'm not gonna say totally friendly, but
I think that when that competitor flips,
yeah, it's friendly.
I mean, I don't know if it's any different than on a football field. You might walk off being friends, but man, when you're on the field, it's time to go.
It's battle, yeah, it's war, man. But even like against like guys from your own country, like it's like,
yeah. I mean, you're competing for that spot to keep it for the next year too.
Exactly, yeah. Like, man, I love you, bro, but listen, somebody has to go.
Somebody has to go. So, it ain't gonna be me.
I train for this, and I you know, I'm putting myself in a position where like I don't see myself losing. So it's like, you know, it's one of those things. Like, sorry, but I love you at the end of the day. But yeah, it is what it is. It's definitely awesome to be able to, you know, hear from folks, have some type of relationship from other countries, I know a few guys from Brazil, Germany.
You keep up with them?
Yeah, on social media, and whatnot. And whenever we see each other at these events or meets, like it's always good seeing each other. But I'm more of level headed, man. I just have a goal and a set mindset of like, this is why I'm here, and this is what I try to bring myself center. Like I get very happy. I'm a joyful person. I think that's why
you're
people,
full of joy, man.
Yeah, I think that's why people gravitate to me a
Yeah.
lot. But I have that side of me. Like,
was that always the case?
Yeah.
I
think I was more of a people pleaser back then, for sure. I still kind of am, but like I have a set of I don't know. It's kind of changed a little bit throughout the years.
Well, I'll ask you because, like, when I was, I was an atheist and I was drinking and partying. I was the crazy guy. I was like the guy that would be like the jester of the group, man. I'm gonna go out and just be a goofball. I wasn't a fighter or anything like that, but I just like being goofy and everything.
Yeah,
that's not me anymore. Like I'm just. But you had to break out of that role. Like I had to be like, I don't have to be that guy anymore. I don't want to be that guy anymore.
Yeah. I would say that's that kind of fit in that realm a little bit. It's definitely. I enjoy being around folks. Like I enjoy making people happy. Like it's good. Like happiness is a good feeling for sure. Even just being able to brighten someone's day.
Yeah,
is awesome. Be able to do that, but I'm kind of just self-centered and like focus on what I have in stake or in my goal and what I want to accomplish. And I try not to get too deep into that and try to be in touch with reality and try not to lose sight of what got me here. Friendship, family. Try to stay in touch.
Hey, what did your mom say? You made me think of that when you just opened up your eyes. You said, "I'm sorry."
Oh, dude, that was tough, man. Yeah, saying sorry to her, and then her and like tears in her eyes. Both my aunt and my mom, and she was like, "No, son, no, don't worry." And I said sorry because I felt like I let her down. Like her as a single mother, raising me and my sister, moving from halfway across the country to Oklahoma, Florida to Oklahoma, trying to make ends meet. Like she battled, and me seeing her do that, I was like, I have to get a scholarship. I have to, make some type of ease in all of this. And for all that, just a few hours ago, seeing me playing a ball game, a great ball game, and making her, proud, and then for it to come to this, seeing her son in a hospital bed, I think that was like where it came from, and her saying, it's okay. Like I didn't want to accept that, but like it was tough, man. It was tough seeing her, and because I had a feeling of seeing what she was seeing, seeing. I couldn't imagine her getting that call.
Oh man,
in 2 a.m. in the morning.
You'll take the pain for your child.
Exactly.
100 times.
Yeah.
10x, you'll take it, man.
Yeah, and she was in a hospital with me for majority of the time I was in a hospital. Like they put an extra bed in the room with me, and she didn't leave my side at all. So she's a great mother, man. I love her to death. I'm a mama's boy. That's one thing I will
I'll share that with you.
I'll soften up a little bit and say I'm a huge mama's boy, man. I'm I'll do anything for my mom's, man, and even my sister, two of the most important women in my life. I have a lot of women in my life, a lot of cousins that are aunts, and I love all of them, man. I appreciate them, and they're the prayer warriors, man. They're prayer warriors, and they keep me up afloat, and that's what helped me throughout the time, for real. Because boy, it was tough, but they kept the Holy Spirit in the room when I was in the hospital. I mean, every other day was just a prayer group of my aunts, just worshiping and
you
praying.
Remember that?
I remember that, and I was laying there, and it was tough because I would feel the Holy Spirit. I would feel it, and I was like, man. There was times where I was again fighting fighting and was like one that wasn't willing to accept it, but it was on me.
Still because of shame or what?
Yeah,
why?
Yeah, shame for sure,
man.
100% shame. But when I look back, I'm like, man, I'm so glad that
they weren't going to let that happen.
No.
Those ladies in your life said no.
God didn't know.
No.
He brought them there, and they knew what I needed.
Yeah,
you know, and so that was a great sense of need, even when I didn't want it. So
what's next, man? Like what do you
near future, I have preparation for the LA Games. That's probably 2-3 years away. This year I have a few meets. I'm basically getting ready for season. I came back to Oklahoma to get I still to this day, stick with my prosthetic clinic that I've been with since day one. Established. So I established. They do
some amazing work.
Oh, dude, they're the best in the country.
Is it right? Is that true?
I believe, and yes, I've heard.
You've
a lot
seen
of people.
It, right?
They haven't missed with me. Like I've gotten better each and every year with the equipment that they've built for me. So, yeah, dude. I mean, they have a location here and in Dallas, but they caters to their clients and make sure that they get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not right, they're not gonna leave until it's right.
Sure.
So they make sure everything's perfect. Kyle, that I've been working with since day one, he's been great to me, and has done great work for my running feats. And so I came in town to be able to get a few new sockets made for my blades and start up the season in March.
So you leave in a couple of weeks?
I leave on Sunday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I basically just came here for this.
Man, I just caught you for this, man. We just talked the other day.
Bro. I know. You caught me. I was like, what are the odds, man?
I love it.
Because I know I missed you when I was here in December.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of stuff to do. I had to go to Colorado, get some PRP injection for my knee, a lot of stuff. But I literally came back here for 2 weeks to get that done. And then a few nights ago, I had a speech that I gave at or not an auction, but a
fundraiser type?
Fundraiser, yeah, for the foundation that got me my first blade, Limbs for Life.
Nice.
And so they're going to find out, the total amount on Friday at Edmond North, which was my first race. In Edmond
is that what they're doing the Balto for this year?
Yeah. There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah. Whoa.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. So I think that's awesome, man. Hoping
they've raised some big money before.
I know.
Like I think one time they raised like 600,000 one year, but they normally are north of 400.
Yeah,
they do a good job.
They do a great job, man, and the help that they give out to people, man, it's awesome. Like, without questions asked, like whenever I need something, that they'll get it. I know, the kid that I've mentored, Elijah. He's in Missouri. Because
he's another para, right?
He's another. Well. Soon to be.
Soon to be. Oh, sorry.
He's in high school. He's in high school. He's playing ball as well, man. He I guess I inspired him to play ball, and he's turned out to be a great dude. He's getting recruited by IMG.
Oh my gosh, really?
He's turned out to be like one of the better
what position? A quarterback,
bro. So he's a single leg amputee below the knee. He's missing 3 fingers on his right hand or left hand, and then I think like 2 on his right. But he's able to sling that thing around, bro, like no other. I mean, he's a dual threat. He's kind of like a Cam Newton. He's a bigger set dude.
My gosh.
At 14, I think he's going to high school next year. So he's 13. Yeah, 13 or 14. But going to high school next year, already getting recruited by IMG. I mean, he's just a big old kid, dude. Like he's a bulldozer. Like he'll run through your face, throw it over your head if you're not looking. And being able to see him grow,
just being able to mentor him.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I first met him at my first race in Edmond North. Kyle came up to me, my prosthetist came up and was like, "I want you to meet this kid." And at the time, I think he was like probably 5 or 6, and I saw him and instantly was gravitated towards him. And he didn't really say much, but I could just see in his eyes like.
How old was he then? You think
him?
Mm-hmm.
Probably like around. I want to say I don't know, 6 or 5.
You've
he was
moved
young.
Yeah,
he
really
was young, man. And I've been able to be around him and see him grow, and started playing ball, little league, and I can just tell he's just very determined.
Mm-hmm.
His father has been his coach, and I think now him transitioning to high school, he'll leave his father as a coach, and then being able to fight for that starting position in high school. But he also plays baseball as a pitcher. He's great at bat. What else? He runs track during the springtime. So he
Triathlete too.
Yeah, dude. He's a stud, man. He's an absolute stud. And being able to see him grow throughout the years, has been amazing, man. And be a part
Keeps
of
you
that.
going.
Exactly. I mean, that's the reason why I kind of was motivated to go back to ball. I was like, yeah, there's a meaning behind this. Be able to aspire and be able to see what I'm able to do, but also like show what's possible. And
God willing, how many more years you think you've got?
I know, God willing, yes. Probably. My coach says 3 more games.
Gosh, that's 12 years, right? Every 4 years?
Yeah, you're right.
Wow.
I mean, he's not my rival because I've yet to beat him in long jump. His name's Marcus Rim, one of the best long jumpers in para sports. I mean, pioneer. He's the creator of my long jump blade. He teamed up with Oster, and basically they created that long jump blade that I jump on to this day. He is a stud, man. But he's been doing it for over going now on 2 decades. It will be 2 decades at the LA Games. He's 30. I want to say 36.
20 years he's been doing this?
Bro, yeah. I mean, the only para athlete until now at the Para Games to jump over 8 meters. And so now I've kind of matched him.
You know what's amazing about it, though? It's like how much you guys are pushing the technology for people that maybe aren't gifted athletically as well, but still, let's call them weekend warriors.
Yeah.
But it's still life for them, right?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Sticking with it throughout each different age.
Yeah.
Your body breaks down. So I'm guessing the technology changes as you age as well.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's a little more forgiving or whatever. That's what's pushing the level for so many people that would, need that technology.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's awesome to be a part of and kind of learn throughout the years, because I've been in this for 3 years, and every year's been, some new update or
it's just
transition.
Like I'm mountain bike ride, right? And so if I looked at the mountain bike I rode, 2 decades ago, I'd be like, at that time I was like, man, this thing is awesome. How could it ever get better? And then today I'm like, I would never ride that
exactly
again if I didn't have to. It's incredible.
It's the same thing with the blades. Yeah, they used to jump on sprinting blades basically, and now it's like they have its own long jump blade, its own thing, and now it's like there's no way I would be able to. But that's how I started.
Yeah,
I jumped on a J-shaped sprinting blade and was able to jump 24, 25 feet, and now I'm jumping 20s, 27, 28, and it's like how was I doing that?
Yeah,
what was I doing? But it was making ends meet, making it possible. With whatever I had, like that. I didn't make any excuses. I was like, man, I'm just make it happen. Whatever I gotta do, I just gotta adapt and make it happen. And that's what it was, man. It's the same thing that you said, and it's like, wow. But it's awesome to see, the transition and the expanse of, the experience, the technology nowadays, man. It's awesome, and be a part of it is also dope as well, man.
Yeah, you're leaving your fingerprint on it,
Yeah,
for generations to come up,
right?
Yeah,
for sure, man. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be able in the position I'm in, and I'm just gonna, do whatever I can to, be able to keep pushing, maximize, and whoever sees light in that, I'm happy and hope to be able to touch a bigger crowd, and hopefully be able to keep doing what I'm doing, man. It's joyful, but I get a lot of joy out of it, man. What I'm doing, it's just fun,
bro. It's exponential what you're gonna do. It's contagious.
Yeah.
I'm so honored to be able to be in the same room with you, man. I thank you for
brother.
taking the time to come by and say chat with us for a little
Yes,
bit.
sir, man.
Man, I will get your links for sure in there. But where can people follow you? What's the next? How can we keep up with you?
Mainly my IG, D-Lock, with 3 L's, so DLLLOCK. I'm normally posting on there, and I have my Facebook, Derek Loccident, first and last name. Yeah. Dude, and,
Anything you want to say to anybody? Anything like just words of inspiration?
Stay in the word, brother. Stay in the word.
I
Stay
love
in the
it.
word, man. That's what I could say, man. And trust in him, and everything will be taken care of, man. Favorite verse, Proverbs 16:9. We can make our plans, but God determines our steps.
Yeah.
We think this is gonna be, make plans 10, 15 years down the road, and then turn out to be totally something different. I visualized me playing in pro ball, big old stadium, pro ball. Turns out I'm still in the same stadium, big stadium in front of people, just on the track.
It's a little different.
A little different, So it's a blessing, man, and I'm grateful, forever grateful, and hopefully be able to share this with my kids and the life lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. Like kids in the future somewhere.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Gotta do it for my mom, man. My mom's like, you better give me some kids.
I want some grandbabies.
Oh man. Every time I come back home, she said, "You found a girl yet?" I'm like, "Hey, chill out, mommy.
We'll get there.
Trying to work on getting 9 meters, jump 9 meters, run a 10 flat." But yeah, man, yeah. Hopefully God willing, man. Yeah.
Man.
Yes.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you, Chad, for having me.
Hey man, God bless you
Yes,
and
sir.
all your travels, man.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks a lot.
Awesome. Oh, that was great.
Dude, that was awesome, man.
That was great.
Did you? Yeah.